at the peak, how the money was just coming in. It changed me. I just was all out. Like, it is what it is. I'm ready to accept any consequence come my way. I haven't really had to come to jail to learn that this is not it for me. Now coming home after serving all this time, I just want to be me, Omar Aikens.
Throw your hands up if you with it, drop it.
The Locked Out Podcast. We have a great, you know what I'm saying, guest from out of Trenton, Mr. Omar, you know what I'm saying, man. Listen, man, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, deeply from coming, you know what I'm saying, all that way to show me love, you know what I'm saying, and the people of Locked Up and Locked Out, the podcast, what it's about out there and what's been going on in your life and the things that you got going on. How long have you been home?
So I've been home I've been on 5 years, going on 6 now.
Okay.
November 4th, 2020, I came home.
How was that transformation for you, like just coming home and just re-submerging yourself with family? Did you find that to be difficult? Like what type of restraints that you felt or unnecessary expectations was placed on you upon you just coming home?
So, no, that's a good question, because a lot of people don't ask that question. They think because we're home, we good.
Right.
But they don't know mentally we messed up. So coming home, it was hard, and it's still hard.
Yeah.
Like I'm still adjusting to it. But it wasn't as hard as someone that don't have a family support. So I had family support, you know what I mean, helping me with the phones, the computers. I'm still learning the computers, man. The computers is something every day is with them. Now, the second question you asked me, it was a lot because a lot of people expect you to do this and do that the way they want you to do it.
Absolutely.
And they don't understand that we just came home, so we gotta mellow ourselves out so we can adjust to it and do it our way, because we've been gone so long. We caged in.
Right.
So you lock somebody in, and then they release us, and people expect us just to be
back right.
Yeah, we weren't just somewhere housed for a long time.
I found, for me, because I did 30, and you know, once people have an image of who you are before you left, and the role that you played in people's lives, they expect them expectations, you know what I'm saying, to be placed on you, unwanted, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you was like the rent payer or that go-getter, you know what I'm saying? Now, everybody's like, yo, how about this, girl? Well, you know, won't you hit me when you gonna buy me this car? You know, I'm like, yo, what the heck? I'm not even living like that no more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not be broke as much, you know, as other people, but I'm broke, you know what I'm saying, and broken, you know what I'm saying? So I have to mend myself mentally and physically back into society. And then you have the effects of the Johnny-come-latelys. You know what I'm saying?
The add-ons.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
Oh, yo, what up? Man, like they was there day one, you know what I'm saying? Like writing you, keeping it, you know what I'm saying, a buck. Like, how do you, like, deal with that? Like,
So it's funny. So, you know, I got a couple guys probably locked up, came home, and you know they expect what, like you said, they expect us to do what we would have done back then. Back then, you come home, I got a bag for you, I got a car for you, I probably got some jewelry for you, I got some work for you. But now it's a different tune. Everything I got is accounted for. I work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm out there busting my ass every single day.
Right.
I don't have no money to give
no
people that keep going back and forth to jail. So like I tell them, man, listen, only thing that a lot of them gave me was a bill. You know what I mean? A bill. And I stand on what I say. I don't know too many people, I don't really know too many people that have come to you and say, man, oh, line, I gave him this if I fell off, or if I took a loss, or I gave him this. A lot of people ain't give me nothing. When I came home, some, now my bro, some, it was real slim, some gave me something. But 9 times out of 10, man, you know, it's messed up that you have homies your bros or whatever we want to call them continue to go to jail and expect you to
Be
keep
right
doing the
there,
same
yeah.
thing, but they not showing you the love and respect. Like, yo, I know you got something going on, so I'm not even gonna bother you. I'm gonna thug it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? They have a nerve to be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you realize I just did 15.
And you realize I work now.
Right.
And I
You know
ain't
what I'm
selling
saying?
drugs.
Right.
No more money falling off out the sky.
Right.
So, you know, to each his own, man. I really don't feel no way. I just remove myself and
Absolutely.
just do what I continue to do. But one
Absolutely.
thing I won't do, and I'm not gonna do, is continue to pay for somebody else
Mistake.
incarceration and mistake.
Yeah.
That's part of their consequences. So we all old enough. So my thing to them is just, yo, leave something out here for yourself.
Yeah.
Go get
Yeah.
your lawyer. Go put some money up somewhere because you know what it's going to lead to.
Right.
If you don't, it's no need to call anybody and say, I need this.
I believe that coming from where we come from, we're broken, and there's no slide, no disrespect to nobody. We're coming from traumatic situations, households. Everybody ain't got that rosy story that they got warm blankets and and like people from the mud, they going through some things. So until you're able to deal with that trauma, and then put yourself together, especially once you go into that machine. Prison is a machine. Like it's a game of the mental, and your mental has to be strong because you've seen the most strongest people break. You know what I'm saying? Pressure bust pipes, but if you're not guarding your mind and exercising it constantly to evolve into that and shape yourself into that better individual, you're doing yourself a disservice and the people that love you or the people you say you love a disservice because you're not putting your best foot forth. Upon, what was like the family, like the atlas of the family, structure, how was that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So coming up, right, my mom was on drugs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My father was on drugs. He used to get a lot of money from in the projects.
Right.
You know what I mean? Roger Gardens. And I followed them footsteps. So my mom, right, no matter my mom was on drugs, first of all, my mom is over 30 years clean till today. Like over 30 years clean. That's my heart. I love my mom to death.
Yes.
No matter what she was into when we was coming up, she tried her best. I mean, over 100% to do the right thing for us.
True indeed.
For all her kids. She continued to try to give us everything that she can.
Right.
No matter what she was dealing with. And I love my mom, so she taught us the right way. So I did take a lot of the stuff that I did learn from that household. I know a lot of people say it starts from the household, which is true.
Right.
But it also starts from the household, but it ends within self.
True indeed.
So I know what I was taught in the house.
Right.
But when I get outside,
Right.
now I'm
That's a
teaching
different
myself,
thing.
and
Right.
it ends with what I want to do.
Right.
So it's nothing that my mom could have done to make me go the right path because I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
I believe many times we become products of our environment.
And that's why I want to do what I wanted to do. I
Right.
wanted to be part of the product in the
You go
environment.
outside the door in my neighborhood, you go outside the door, you walk 10 paces down the street, it's to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're liable to get robbed, gunned down, and the era was, Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? They beefing with brothers and Americans and blacks and, over turf and all that stuff. So, like, when you seen that, and then you seen the gold, the BBSs, you know what I'm saying? The BMWs, dudes chopping 735s, you know what I'm saying? 780s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Making them convertibles. And you seeing these things, you're like, man,
I want in.
I gotta get into this. You know what I'm saying? All the
Yeah.
women, you know what I mean? And most of us did it, you know, because of a fly woman, you know what I'm saying? You see
Yeah.
this pretty tenderoni, you're like, oh my gosh, man. Man, what's up with her? You know what I'm saying? But she ain't giving you no play because you ain't got nothing coming.
got
You ain't got no
nothing.
money. You looking
So,
cheap as that.
and that's I spoke about that before in another interview, whereas though, like the celebrities, I really don't care about the
No.
celebrities. I respect what they do,
Right.
and I respect some things they do have to fall back because how some people treat them. They run up on them with their
Right,
kids and stuff like
yeah.
that. But I just don't like how, you know what I mean, sometimes they just avoid the people that pay for their movies, probably
Right.
pay for their music
Yeah.
or whatever, and pit them people where they at right now.
Right.
They don't even want to give them autograph. But like I said, you gotta take their side too. That, you know what I mean, some fans do be acting crazy.
Right.
Right. So the celebrities, the artists, whatever they are, they're not in my hood. I can't get money from them. I can't get help with rent. I can't get help with school clothes and all this. The people that's out there when I walk out my door, with, you know me, I came up in I was born in '79, and my era was the '92 selling cars in '94.
Yeah,
So I
right.
witnessed the Saabs, the Alfa Romeos,
Right.
the Audi 5000,
Right.
the Benz S500s, the BBS BMWs with BBSs,
Yeah.
the Jeep Wranglers
Right.
with Dapper Dan print on it. So I witnessed all that. I need some of that. You know what I mean?
It was so infectious that, you know what I'm saying, it did our communities a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we seen as kids. So our minds couldn't expand, you know what I'm saying, past go.
So you know, that's a good question, right? It can't expand past go at that time
Right.
because we're young
Right.
and our mind haven't
impressionable.
developed
Right.
yet, right? So, you know, you'll have people say that we glorify what we've done.
No.
My thing is, I don't believe I can glorify my life.
Right.
What I'm doing is I'm telling my lifestyle so
Yes.
the other individual
Won't have to live it.
don't have to live it,
True
don't
indeed.
have to feel it,
Yeah.
or don't have to actually go through it and combine, live and feel it.
Right.
You know, because we always, like, a lot of, like, we'll read a newspaper right now. We'll be sitting in the house. We'll read a newspaper. Such got locked up or killed. That don't affect us because it ain't happening in our house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, you get locked up, it affect me because it's close to home
Right,
now.
right.
So now I want to do something about it.
Right,
You
right.
see what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. They sit there on the outskirts and they have all these inputs about how we should live. But first of all, you ain't even from the urban area.
True indeed.
Second of all, you ain't even put your feet in the shoes that we're wearing to go through what we went through.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you really don't know what you're talking about. It's just talking to be talking. So you wasting air to be wasting it. If you went through what we went through, you'll have a different perspective.
True indeed.
So you see some people, you'll see it on the news or the newspaper, something might happen in their household. Now they want to stop gun violence. Now they want to talk about, oh, y'all just doing stuff. Like, you got, you know, you just got to live. You just got to put yourself in other people's shoes or just understand what we go through. You know what I mean?
And that's where we go wrong. We can't put ourselves in another person's shoes like we're greater than. Nah, you're not greater than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm only, you know what I'm saying, one step behind because of my flunder. You know what I'm saying? My fall. But my setback was my get back because it gave me. And the worst thing you do is give a thinker time to think. So when they put us in there, they did us a service. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't see it as that, you know what I'm saying, going in. Nobody wants to admit, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, that was a wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you made me tap into my greatness. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Right now, either I'm going to ride or I'm going to break. It made you rise to, you know what I'm saying, be the diamond that you are. You know what I'm saying? That you was already. But, you know what I'm saying, it made you excel to that level, you know what I'm saying, of greatness. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a level of great, and then you got the greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you stepping into your greatness, man. You know what I mean? Like, now, here you are, you hitting switches. You know what I'm saying? You got a documentary. You know what I'm saying? Book, you know what I'm saying? You done broke off. You know, like, yo, you doing things that people that been out here 30 plus years haven't even tapped into doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you're doing some great things, man.
So to answer that question, right, I had an argument. Well, I ain't even gonna say argument, but a good debate. One the homies from Camden, New Jersey, right? He was telling me, "Yo, I've been to jail 7 times. I'm done. I had to come to jail to learn." So I'm like, "That's dumb. Why would you say something like that?" So he's like, "Man, I'm serious, man. Like I really like I'm done. Like I really had to come to jail to learn." As time went on in my bed, and it's the beginning of my bed,
Right.
as time went on, I understood what he was saying. I have really had to come to jail to learn that this is not it for
Right.
me. You know how they say, if you put your hand over fire and when it burn, you shouldn't put your hand over fire.
Right.
All right, you put yourself in that jail cell, and it's stressful. It dim your light at
Yeah.
you at the bottom of the barrel right now. Like this the lowest I think a person can go besides death.
Right.
You know what I mean? Is a jail cell. For me.
Absolutely.
I'm speaking for me. And you know what I mean? I just said, man, I'm done with it eventually. So I agree with what you're saying. You know what I mean? So and it do brighten your horizon if you let it.
Right.
I mean, I learned how to iron in jail,
Right.
wash clothes in jail. I learned how to shepherdize cases in jail. I learned how to read, understand the definition of legal words. I know Title III ambiguous crime control of the wiretap from front to back because that's what my case was based
Right,
off.
right.
Would I have known that on the streets? Nah.
Right. Who were you before the power? You know what I'm saying? And moving in the manner in which you was moving in.
Oh, that's a good question. So, I had a reputation already around the area, respectful, always smiling. I mean, I was a good kid, but I was bad also. But I was just somebody that people would want to be around always.
Right.
I mean, that's who I was before I got into the trenches of the street.
How did that shape you in a sense of becoming the individual that you are and that we now see?
So it shaped me good, man, because leaving jail, it was crazy because I had to find myself in there. So when I found myself in 2018, I just ain't want nothing to do with what I used to do. So I just had to find myself in jail. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to be a part of what I was a part of, you know what I mean, before I entered. So when I found myself, man, it was like a fresher breath air, a soul being released out of me, man.
Yeah, I dig
I'm
it.
just ready for the next chapter of my life, my second chance.
Like, do you like find yourself like being held by a certain standard now that you were validated and solidified as a power structure, a force to be reckoned with?
Ain't no question. When I come through, my presence always felt. You know what I mean? So, and when I say that, it's not forcing it upon nobody.
Right.
It's just felt because who I am.
True indeed.
I believe wholeheartedly in myself, no matter what room I walk in,
True indeed.
auditorium I walk in, classroom I walk in. I'm self-assured of myself. You know what I mean? With no ifs, ands, or buts. And you know, I bet on myself all the time.
True
So
indeed.
I'm gonna bet on myself to the death of me.
Absolutely. Now, at your peak, did you speak to yourself and what was that talk like? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, how was that?
So you mean at the peak of my time before I went to jail?
Yeah.
Or
Oh no, both. You know what I'm saying?
Before I went to jail?
because it's important to know the before and the after.
All right. So before I went to jail, I ain't talked to myself. I was crazy. Something was the matter with me, man. Like mentally, because it was just the money.
Right.
How the money was just coming
Changes
in. It changed me.
Yeah.
Not for the worse.
Right.
Because you know they say the money don't supposed to change. You supposed to change the money.
Right.
But it changed me in the sense that I just thought I was untouchable.
Right.
And then when I got
Right.
touched, and then when I got touched, you know what I mean? It started now my mind shifted over. So at the peak, I just was all out. Like, it is what it is. I'm ready to accept any consequence come my way. I get jammed up, no cooperation. That was the talk I had to myself. I wanted to be one of the biggest drug dealers in the world.
Right.
Know what I mean? At a young age, that was my mindset. Now coming home, after serving all this time, I just want to be me, Omar Aikens. I want to help my community. What I want to say out of my community is I don't want all of us to work together. That's out the question.
Right.
But I would like just, support who need to be supported.
Right.
No matter if you like them or not.
True indeed.
But we just need to get our community up out the ground. If we're in the hood, and I did this when I was out there running, if somebody going to school or something like that, I would buy kids sneakers. I would tell people, yo, stay away from them, man. Make sure they go to school. Or tell that person, yo, keep going to school. Don't be out here like me. So I would want the community just to support their surrounding areas
Right.
of the young ones they got coming up, may it be he or she, and push them, because that person might come back to the hood, know what I mean, and give you, know what I mean, and respect what you did to him. Yo, you kept me out the streets, man. I appreciate it. So that's what I would want to see, and that's my pep talk to myself.
True indeed. I find it so liberating in the sense that having a voice and using it for the better good of humanity. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from where we come from, it's like not so much as just a selfish type thing, but from the aspect of, yo, listen, it's all about me and my people. You know, I don't care about nothing else. If you move against that, it's problems. But now, being in a sober state of mind, we find ourselves doing great things, just to give back to a child, give some words of encouragement. It's special, man, and especially coming from you, because people know the folk tales. You know what I'm saying, of who you once were. Now they looking at who you are now, which is great, man. I mean, that's special.
Yeah. So like one of the reasons, so my voice I got is one of the reasons I wanted to do my book is because in 2010, they started a series drop, Gangland.
Now, what is Gangland for those that don't know? I don't know.
So Gangland is something that come on, I think it was on the History Channel.
Okay.
It just dropped. Know what I mean, I don't know, I can't remember the date, but I know the year was 2010. Without my knowledge,
Okay.
I had no input on it at all. I signed no papers for it.
Right.
Public information. It was a few guys that went on there and spoke about it. Not mad at them guys.
Right.
That's, you know what I mean, because they don't know the editing process afterwards. What's going to be said, what's going to be showed. You know what I mean. They only can speak for what they said.
Right.
On there, nobody never mentioned my name from the guests that spoke, but just like the officers from the public information,
Right.
they had no knowledge of what really went on the street. They assumed it. But that's cool, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you need sometimes you need that publicity, like that bad publicity, and you need to capitalize off of
Right.
it.
Right.
So myself, when my documentary do come out, working on a documentary.
Now, how far out for the people, the listening audience, to know when to be expecting it to drop?
So I'm still in talks with the documentary.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I have a young lady. She did a documentary. It was a beautiful documentary called Daughters. So me and her is on FX too.
Okay.
Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Okay. Okay.
So
and the name of it is
it's
again?
called Daughters.
Okay.
So we're in the talk of doing the documentary.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully everything be finalized and we can get to pushing.
That's great.
So I want to, like, even on there, I want to just express like what I went through, where I want to go at, and what I like to see out of the community and just around the world. And my main focus is, like again I said, is just helping the youth and just helping some people our age, because they ain't get it yet neither.
True indeed.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why I wrote my book, Operation Capital City. So while I wrote Operation Capital City, I wasn't even thinking about telling my story. The reason I want to tell my story is because they started telling my story for me.
Right.
So now it's time for me to tell my
indeed.
story.
Can't nobody tell your story better than you.
Yeah. Some people might say, "Oh, he talking too much. He telling too much." That's expected, though. We want that, right? But guess what? I ain't see no letters or no petitions on Gangland about them telling my story.
Right.
Nobody wrote them.
Right. Right.
So whatever they talking about is, you know, put that, I sideline that. I'm telling my story from the horse's mouth while I'm still alive.
True indeed.
You know what I
True
mean? So
indeed,
that's
man.
what I want to get out there. My own story, the truth.
Like, how long before when you came home, when you first came home, that you knew the avenues, or did it just take you, you know what I'm saying, to unforeseen places in a sense of writing a book and possibly soon the documentary? How did you, like, did you always see yourself in that lane?
Nah, so I see myself in multiple lanes, right? But I really see myself in these lanes when 2010, when that gang lane came out.
Right. Open
So,
your eyes.
Ain't no question,
Right.
because I'm not gonna sit back and let somebody that ain't walking my shoes tell my story.
Right.
It's impossible for me to sit back.
How you gonna benefit off of me?
Is that it ain't really too much benefit. It's just how you gonna tell my story
Right.
off of me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna defend me because
True
I'm gonna
indeed.
bet on me. And I just see it, just telling my story, getting my story out there, hoping to help many people, not just one, just help many people out there. And just hopefully I don't want to go through what I went through, you went through. Listen,
True indeed.
I can only say what 15 and a half years feel like. I can't tell you what 15 and a half years in one day feel like because I ain't do that extra day.
Right,
that
right.
that extra day I might not made it out of jail.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might have got a life sentence for doing something to somebody. Or
True
somebody
indeed.
might have took me out on that last day.
True indeed.
So I can't speak on it. I can't speak on the sentence you received. You received 85 years.
Yeah. And,
Some people receive 85 days a day. You know what they're going to do? They trying to get out on the 4th day. They ain't trying to do the 80th day. They got so much information right now. So I just want people to just understand, man. They can laugh and giggle all they want. But when they get in that box, it could be 20 years from now. Because it took me from 2005 to 2018 to say I'm done selling drugs.
Right. You had to
So,
get it out your system.
I had to get out my system.
Right.
I still was all in.
Yeah.
I was all in.
Yeah.
So I just don't want them like trying to go and 10, 20 years later, when they get on that phone, nobody answer. People die. People remove themselves from you. Now you in there trying to get in the library and handle your case 20 years later, 10 years later, 5 years later. And now all else failed. Now you like, man, you want to change.
So I got a question. Did you happen the experience death while you was incarcerated?
Many.
I mean, when I was I lost my father, so I know, like, that can shape you, you know what I'm saying, shake you in the sense that it can, like, either make you bitter or humble you in the sense that, yo, I really got to get up out of here and put more fuel to the fire in the sense of, you know, being that honorable person that you know you are, you know, and that other people really don't see.
Yeah, so it bothers you. It still bothers me today if I think about it. But I try to do things not to think about a lot of stuff. But, you know, the man that raised me, my own stepfather, Keith Holmes,
Okay.
like he took me in as I was his biological son and my sister.
Alhamdulillah.
He was a father figure, wholeheartedly.
Through and through.
Yeah, he passed away from dementia, but it hurted because I wasn't there to say goodbye.
Right.
I wasn't there to pay for the funeral,
Right.
to send him off the way I feel as though he should be sent off.
Right.
My sisters and brothers did a good job. My
Right.
family did a good job, but I just know I just should have been there as the older
Right.
sibling, and I wasn't. So that play on you still to this day. It can play on you. It's a lot of stuff that play on us that affected us when we was gone, but we
Yeah.
just don't talk about
Right,
it because
absolutely.
nobody bring it up. So
Right,
we
right.
just go. You know what I mean? We deal with it ourselves.
And that's another thing about the trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's serious. Like, when we come home, man, I heard you say one time that it's important to seek therapy.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Which I wholeheartedly believe in that. I had a dear friend, a dear brother, take his life on the mental health, you know what I'm saying, aspect. Like, and man, mentally, you like, this brother is on point. He good, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be the last person you would think would do something like, but you never know internally what another person is going through.
Yeah. And that's true. So when I did come home, I did speak to a therapist. My federal officer asked me, is there anything I can do for you? You want to speak to a therapist? Yeah, why not? You know, back in the day, speaking to a therapist was you laughed
weak.
at, you weak.
Yeah.
Oh man, you a man, that's a clown. You know what I mean? But
That's a
nah.
man's man.
That's a man's man. When you
True
can
indeed.
express yourself to somebody and speak about it, no connections
Yeah.
with that person.
Right.
And you need an outlet sometimes. So I spoke to one, and I ain't ashamed to say it. Like, one thing about me, I ain't ashamed to say nothing.
Nah.
I stand on whatever
You
I
got that
stand
right.
on. If I did it, I'll speak on it. If I didn't do it,
Yeah.
I'm going to really speak
Right,
on it.
right.
Because I'm going to defend my name and
Right.
my character. And you know what I mean? So that's where I stand at with that. But even if I had to go speak to one as today's date, I would go do it.
True indeed.
You know what I mean? There's no
True
shame
indeed.
in getting help if you need it, to me.
I have a saying like, if you will go service your car every month, have no problems going making sure your car is running correctly, why aren't you going to invest in yourself to make sure that you're running correctly?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be the best specimen of yourself. Why wouldn't you put that best foot forth? It's great, man. You know what I'm saying? That you speak on these things, man, because a lot of people are listening. And you don't know who you helping when you speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I got a saying too that I think hopefully a lot of people just understand is the streets are open to everyone, but everyone not open to the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can, anybody, ain't no application. Just go ahead out there. Now, but now you don't want to be part of the streets when no cuffs come down. You want to work. You want to work for the police. You ain't even go to the police academy.
Right.
You just over there with them now.
Jibber jabbing.
Yeah, you're a plain clothes
Whatever they want you to say.
officer. You know what I mean? So that's crazy, man.
Right.
You can sell your whole soul. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, we used to be outside sometime, right? And people would say, "Oh man, I never snitch. I never tell." You remember them conversations? So they say they come around to me. Oh, would you tell you get caught? I don't know. What you mean you don't know? I don't know. I ain't never been in jail before. How I know what I'm doing? Man, I never tell. Guess what? If
There
it
we
was
go.
5 of us, 4 of them told.
Yeah.
4 of
Yeah.
them told. I know 4. I know many of them told in my case. You see what I'm saying? So you just gotta know who you are. If you know you ain't built like that, go get a job.
Yeah.
Just go get a job.
Yeah, it's all right.
Walk away gracefully. Like, just an honorable discharge, man, out the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I call it, honorable discharge out the street.
What was the thing that broke you down in prison?
The thing that broke me down in prison was I been it for my daughter. Like, how you go from watching her being pushed out, like, there, picking her up from the hospital,
Right.
being there at the house with her every night, every morning, like, being there, living with you,
Right.
taking her to school every morning, picking her up if you're in town every afternoon, and then go to, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, chill with her, go to the mall, shopping, like, doing all these things, and then your world crash, and then you just don't have your daughter no more.
Wow.
So that's the thing that broke me down. And after watching that documentary, Daughters, no lie, man, it's a documentary I would say any adult that been incarcerated should go watch. And the reason why, when I watched it, it almost brought tears to my eyes, and I had to call my daughter and ask, like, I had to tell her, I think we need to have another talk, because I think I may have robbed you out of a deeper conversation.
Right.
Because that one opened my eyes up. Because we don't see, like, what they're going through. We probably talk on the phone, they don't say nothing.
Right.
She's 7 years old when I left.
Right.
So when you see that documentary, you see these little girls crying at the visit, crying after the phone call. You're like, was my daughter doing that?
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that broke me.
What was the experience that made you put prison in the back of your mind? Like, it happened, and I'm not going to be a prisoner of prison. You know what I'm saying? Because many times we allow prison to affect us even upon our freedom, gaining close allies. You know what I'm saying? because I got brothers in there that's still there, and I feel as though I left them behind. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to leave them behind as much as to leave the prison stench on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, like, did you grapple with that, or was that an issue?
Nah, it's definitely not an issue because
Yeah.
one thing for sure, doing the same thing over every day, every Monday is a Monday. It's no Tuesday. It's no
Yeah, right.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's always Monday. Everything's the same. Only thing changes church
Right.
for Sunday,
Right.
Jumu'ah for Friday.
Right.
We open the doors the same time. We go to camp the same time.
True
We
indeed.
come back out the same time. We watch the same shows. We go to chow the same time. Nah, I left prison behind.
Yeah.
Now the comrades in there, you know, 'cause you build a bond, a
What?
crazy bond. Now, what I understand is, you know, call me. I can send some money to you if I
Right.
have it.
Right.
I mean, not the
Right.
ones that keep going back and forth to
No,
jail.
no.
We're
No,
not doing that.
yeah.
But the ones that's in there that we left in there that we know that may not never come home, you know what I mean? I still would do a service and hold up my loyalty to them because they lost a lot of family, friends, and it's just crazy. But remember I said the streets open to everybody
Yeah,
and everybody not open to the street. I'm not open to the streets no
True
more.
indeed.
So I don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah.
I'm on the curve.
I'm
You
sure,
know what I mean? I'm
man.
taking my own pill that I'm swallowing and trying to give out to
You got
people.
that right.
I'm be the first one to say it. My ear's closer to my mouth than anybody else's. So I hear myself first.
So I heard you go back to schools and things of that nature.
So what I'm doing is I do motivational speaking.
Okay, peace.
I work at the Father Center.
Okay.
It's helping young men 18 and older and returning citizens
Okay.
get reacclimated with society.
Okay, great.
So that's my passion. But
That's
I came
what's up.
home and had a trucking company and stuff like that. I sold it when I got off parole so I can work
Right.
for a nonprofit organization just to help.
What's up.
So that's what I like to do.
That's what's up, man. Is anything would you like to tell the listening audience about your life, your the things that you're into? You know what I'm saying? Give them your website, everything, man, so they can tap into you, man. Because the brother is worthy of being tapped into. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's the real deal, genuine brother. And listen, man, we gotta get behind our brothers, man, and our sisters.
So for me, man, y'all can reach me on IG, Mr. Omar Aikens, on Facebook, Omar Aikens, on TikTok, Omar Aikens, on YouTube. I just started my YouTube page.
Okay.
You can meet me on Omar Aikens OCC. And man, make sure y'all go out there, man, get the book Operation Capital City. You can find it on Amazon. Make this a bestseller. Part 2 coming. Documentary in the works. Like, I'm trying to build this brand up. Make sure y'all reach out, man. And you can also order from myself, OperationCapitalCity.com. I'll send you a signed copy. So I like to say I appreciate you having me on locked
Nah, I
up
appreciate
and locked
you,
out.
man.
So I was
The
locked
pleasure
up,
mine,
man. My
bro.
mental was locked out of
Yeah,
that prison.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
And know what I mean, blessings to you, man.
No, blessings
Beating
to you,
that
man.
85-year sentence.
Listen,
That's deep.
15 years is nothing, you know what I'm saying, short of a miracle. I mean, you know, being in hard prisons, anything can happen. You can walk out and you went into a riot. So, I mean, it ain't a given that you gonna walk home and come home. Even the brothers that came home didn't come home.
Yeah.
If you catch me, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, your mind is still left behind them walls and scarred.
Institutionalized.
Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely. And it's special because you came out here on a Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? And you pushing, you know what I'm saying, through the state and doing, you know what I'm saying, the great things that you're doing, man, promoting, you know what I'm saying, everything. And you gave me the privilege, you know what I'm saying, to have you sit down on Locked Up and Locked Out, the podcast, and my viewing family. I appreciate y'all, and constantly I'm growing, make the content better, becoming stronger mentally and physically, and producing the shows that's worthy for y'all to hear. And case in point, man, Mr. Troy, you know what I mean, Mr. Omar Aikens, man, thank you, man. And it's just a blessing, man, a refresh air to see the great things that you're doing in your community, you know what I'm saying, and moving forth in your own life.
That's right,
It's just
Trenton, man.
you know what I'm
Trenton in
saying?
the building.
Man,
We
Trenton,
everywhere.
man,
New
Trenton
Jersey
is
everywhere.
Trenton ain't the place. that place was rough, man.
Yeah, Trenton
Man,
State
what?
Prison. Yeah, I ain't
what?
been there. You know what I mean? But I heard a lot of stories.
Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? Me too,
Yeah.
Man, but you know what I'm saying? It truly is, man, a blessing, man, for us to connect. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stay connected, man. Anytime
sure.
you want to shoot out here and you feel as though you got something to say, man, you're more than welcome to come here, brother, and spill it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man.
All right. Damn,
Man,
appreciate
you. Know
you.
what I mean? Blessings, man. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, keep talking.
Yeah. So, listen, man.
So listen, man, I appreciate you bringing me on your podcast. Locked up, locked out. Got a couple guys.